Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is my detailed overview of the BBK twin 65mm throttle body option available for all 96 to 01 Cobras and the 03 to 04 Mach 1. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what you can expect when upgrading your throttle body like this, what you're going to be looking at as far as materials and construction with the BBK option, and then finally what it takes to get this thing bolted up to your 4-valve. Now we're going to do a quick walkthrough of the install later on in this video, but expect a very simple 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. A few basic hand tools is really all you're looking at here. You should be checking out the BBK twin 65mm option for your Cobra or Mach 1 if you've already taken care of some moderate modifications or maybe you've gone forced induction and you're looking to upgrade that factory 57mm twin option to the larger 65mm throttle body. It's going to get you a little bit more power, going to get you a little bit more throttle response in the process. Now you don't need to get a tune to get this thing up and running. It's a direct bolt-on modification, but ultimately running a tune with this throttle body will get you some bigger gains, especially with those more moderately modified setups or maybe those blown setups. So when shopping for your aftermarket throttle body options for your naturally aspirated or blown 4-valve car here on the site, you're going to find a few different options. BBK offers a 65mm option that we have here. They also offer a twin 62mm option, and you're also going to see a couple from AccuFab as well. Similar price, similar sizing. So how do you determine what is the best option for you? I will say that the twin 65mm option that we have here in this video, again, is going to be better suited for you Mach 1 or Cobra owners out there that have done a decent amount of modifications or maybe even added a blower or a snail. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for a first mod out there, or if you plan on keeping things relatively simple. For that, I would recommend BBK's twin 62mm option if you do plan on keeping things a little bit more simple overall. All right guys, using the information we just talked about, maybe you've done some research on your own, you've landed on the twin 65mm option. What kind of performance now can you expect when using this thing? Well, BBK claims 12 horsepower at the wheels when using their throttle body, their twin 65mm option. And I have no reason to disagree with that, but again, that more heavily modified setups will see the bigger gains overall, including the cars that have used an aftermarket custom tune. Those cars that keep things relatively simple, the mild bolt-ons, you might not see as big of gains when making the switch to this throttle body, because again, this is one of those parts that really does work well when used with other mods. One thing you can count on though, besides the power gains, is the improved throttle response overall, and that is something nearly every single one of our customers have pointed out in the customer review section. I really encourage you to check that out because again, it's a great way to get some honest feedback from real 4-valve owners who have this thing installed and pound the pavement with their car every day. And again, they're just gonna give you some honest feedback. All right guys, I will say as far as construction is concerned, BBK has done a very solid job. They've actually used 356 grade lightweight aluminum alloy for the build of all of their throttle bodies, all CNC'd, and I've seen these things actually made in person and it is very impressive. It's pretty crazy to see this thing basically start off life as a big hunk of aluminum. At that point, the CNC machines go to work, and what you're left with here is their twin 65mm option. Basic construction aside, you're also going to find that BBK loads their throttle bodies with brand new double sealed bearings, new throttle linkages, new throttle shafts as well. So basically expect this thing to perform like a factory part, shouldn't give you any headaches down the road, and it's going to fit great. Now all BBK throttle bodies do include brand new hardware, brand new gaskets, and all of them are 50 state legal. As you guys can tell, I'm a fan of the BBK throttle body from overall construction and fitment and all that good stuff. However, I do have one small little nitpick or bone to pick with BBK. I would have preferred to see them just kind of smooth out or round out some of these sharp edges here with the opening, just to help promote a smoother airflow overall, kind of like what AccuFab does with their 4-valve throttle body options, but that's pretty much where my complaints end with this option. Switching gears, let's quickly talk about price with the BBK twin 65mm option. And this thing is going to be priced much in line with the rest of your aftermarket throttle bodies for the naturally aspirated 4-valve cars. You're going to be looking at right in the mid to high $300 price point, which is pretty fair given a mod like this. As far as the install is concerned, guys, well, like I talked about earlier, this one's going to be a strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on my overall scale of difficulty. Maybe an hour or two to get everything bolted up. Pretty straightforward. Anybody should be able to knock this one out with some pretty basic hand tools in the shop or garage with ease. You're looking at some sockets here, a few screwdrivers, and an Allen key set is really all you need to tackle this job. As far as your basic install steps, well, you need to remove your intake first to gain access to your factory throttle body. Remove the 4 bolts holding that thing in place, discard that factory gasket as it will no longer be used. At this point, transfer over your TPS sensor from your factory throttle body over to the new BBK throttle body, reinstall in reverse order using the new hardware and the new gasket, and you should be all set. As for my final thoughts on the twin 65mm option here from BBK, well guys, I think this is an awesome choice for any heavily modded 4-valve out there, whether you be naturally aspirated or forced induction. If you're sticking with a more mild, naturally aspirated build, I'd recommend going with the twin 62mm option instead from BBK. But overall, if you are interested in the big boy here, be sure to check it out at AmericanMuscle.com.